The first ever impressions Roxy gives to the players in Security Breach is that she is rude, narcissistic, and aggressive. But a book's cover can be deceiving. The one who appeared to be a monster turned out to have a caring nature, and clouded by her desperation for validation, she nearly lost her true self. This is the tale of Roxanne Wolf. Roxanne Wolf, or just Roxy, is an animatronic who replaced Foxy the Pirate from the old times of Freddy Fazbear Pizza. In the Mega Pizzaplex, her main places are Roxy Raceway and Glamrock Beauty Saloon. Therefore, her character is built on a desire to be a winner and to look good. This was also carried over into the advertising around the Pizzaplex.
Hey, I'm Roxanne Wolf. If you're looking for high-speed motor mayhem, Roxy Raceway is the place to be. Sign up today and be a winner! Nobody likes a loser. Welcome to my world-famous glam rock beauty salon. Here we make children beautiful, presentable, and socially acceptable.
But as a side effect, Roxy began to develop self-esteem issues, which was also bolstered by the fact that she replaced Foxy, who was a fan favorite. Despite this insecurity, she was still very caring with guests. We can see it on the example of Cassie, who had a birthday party at the Pizzaplex, but none of her friends showed up. The only one at this party was Roxy, who helped Cassie to do a makeup and comforted her in that sad hour. They became friends, and since then Roxy is Cassie's favorite star. Unfortunately, this caring side of Roxy was distorted by Mimic 1 program from the Storyteller 3. Now her anxiety and insecurity were on the surface, and she began to lash it out at guests.
Roxanne was self-centered and competitive. She loved to admire herself in the mirror and frequently asked others how she looked. It was what Fazbear says had wanted for the character, and it was what Edwin expected of Roxanne when he observed her interaction with the kids in her raceway. What he didn't expect, however, was the mean for the sake of being mean, quality that he began to see in Roxanne when he hung around the raceway. Sure, Roxy had always enjoyed poking at people's insecurities because of her own deep-seated self-esteem issues. But when the storyteller came online, Roxanne turned into a full-blown bully. She began verbally attacking anyone and anything around her. It was like her inherent lack of empathy was morphing into a more aggressive form of pathological cruelty.
The tree was shut down, but it was only a temporary reprieve, as GGY was now changing animatronics coding. To make matters worse, Roxy received upgraded eyes that let her see through walls, to better compete in races. But the possible implications here are that every time she went for maintenance into the parts and service, she could see how many endoskeletons are in there, ready to replace her should she fail at her tasks. To add on the top of everything that already happened, Roxy Raceway was closed for construction works. Now, with no place of comfort, afraid to fail, desperately looking for admiration, and with glitch trap working on the background, her worst qualities were taking hold on her stronger and stronger. This can be perfectly seen from Jeremy's point of view. Since Roxy is the favorite of his daughter Cassie, he was working at some point on her makeup, and Roxy was scandalously demanding attention.
What are you looking at? Look at me! Pay attention to me! I am the star! You won't last long in this industry.
Her image was breaking, and yet the worst was only ahead. The fateful night of Security Breach is here, and on stage Roxy is the one who shows off the most, hiding her insecurity behind a mask of coolness. But the concert is cancelled after Freddy glitches and falls. Glamrocks are sent to their green rooms, and Gregory sees Roxy talking with a mirror, reassuring herself again.
Your performance was perfect tonight! Thank you. Your hair is beautiful. Your tail is beautiful. Everyone was watching you. Everyone loves you. Everyone wants to be you. You are the best!
Next time Gregory sees her when the hunt for him is already on. And for his luck, she can't reach him because of the fence.
Are you lost?
Some time passes before he encounters Roxy again, this time in the prize counter.
Target located. You think you're better than me?
And now, Glitchtrap has morphed her low self-esteem and desire to be the best into the most toxic behavior that he could imagine.
I bet I'm your favorite. Sneak away, little coward. I bet you don't even have friends. Nobody will miss you. You can't outrun me. I'm the best!
After failing to catch Gregory, she goes to her room to talk with the mirror once again. But Vanessa, after she interrogates Freddy, passes through Roxy's room and most likely humiliates her, as when Gregory and Freddy arrive, they can hear her crying. And if Freddy will go into the room, Roxy will angrily send him away, ashamed that he caught her in such state.
Freddy, get out of my room!
When Gregory breaks into the Roxy Raceway, a quick search of surroundings gave him an idea to lure Roxy out on the track and deal with her there.
Errant Behavior Report. Roxy never misses a race. She must be frying her circuits waiting for the raceway to reopen. Every time there is a test run on the track, she gets in the way. If she keeps getting in the way, the track will never get fixed.
However, he is too small to drive alone, so he needs to find a drive assist bot. And all of them were damaged by Roxy in her fits of rage.
Roxy did it again. Another brain-dead stat bot decapitated because it got in her way on the racetrack. I'm getting real sick of trudging over to the West Arcade to fix these things. Why isn't there a staff repair station any closer? I at least have an extra dance pass so I don't get locked out again.
After Gregory fixes the drive assist bot, he is ready to play the bait on the raceway and enrage Roxy into making a mistake. A mistake that will cost her everything. Taking her ice, Gregory tries to leave, but Roxy can't be stopped so easily. Now, in a blind rage, she hunts him by sound.
I can still hear you! Where are you?
Gregory escapes through the vent, leaving her to cry in a room full of fire. For the rest of the night, Roxy, broken, burned and blinded, will stumble across the atrium and her raceway track. Without her sight, her main source of self-comfort is gone, and the severity of the situation is slowly getting to her.
Why are you hiding from me? I just need a little work done. I am still beautiful. Everybody still loves me, right?
The sinkhole under the Roxy Raceway has collapsed. The night was over. Pizzaplex was abandoned, and so was Roxanne Wolf. After the collapse, Jeremy goes into the Pizzaplex with an intent to destroy what remains of Glitchtrap. In his endeavor, he finds Roxy sitting alone in her beauty salon, and carefully tries to fix his daughter's favorite animatronic and friend. Roxy at the moment is very unstable, and she is aware of that.
How bad is it? Be honest. Here's a little tip. If I ever get in a mood, use the walkie. It calms me. You don't have to say a thing ever. Ever.
But this place is just a beauty salon, and everything is futile.
We're wasting time! He's still out there! You don't want me to fail! You could never understand!
In the end, Roxy accepts defeat, tells Jeremy to give her the mask, and to leave.
Just give me that mask and get out! It's fine. Now leave me alone! I need to think. Where could he be hiding?
Not long after Jeremy, Cassie goes to the remains of the Pizzaplex, tricked by the mimic. Her nails and clothes still have Roxy's colors, as she always remembers the one who supported her in her darkest hour. Cassie must get to the sinkhole under the Roxy Raceway, and goes through the Glamrock beauty salon.
You're not trying hard enough.
And Roxy is still there, in the same place where Jeremy left her, blaming herself for failure. But Cassie is afraid to approach, as Monty and Chica before that were showing only aggression.
Poor Roxy.
Huh? Who's there? You can't hide from me. Gregory.
No! Gregory, run! Roxy's after you! Gregory, are you there?
Even after all this time, Roxy still searches for Gregory. But now not for Glitchtrap, but for vengeance. To follow her, Cassie must break security nodes. And while she wears the air mask in this place, it shows her the better times she spent with Roxy. Exploring surroundings, she sees just how badly this place was destroyed. Roxy's statues lie broken, her racing trophies are forgotten in the dirt. Mirror and walls have traces from claws and fist blows. Fallen makeup sign is showing wake up. This whole place is now a representation of Roxy's despair.
Gregory? You can't hide forever.
she hasn't found him yet. I better find him first.
Cassie enters the Roxy Raceway, where Roxy is on the hunt for Gregory. Since Roxy is blind, Cassie avoids her by using wall speakers, while her mask tries to comfort her by showing Roxy's normal appearance via a hologram. Cassie almost leaves the area, but Roxy finally catches her, only to be horrified that it wasn't Gregory she caught.
Give me back my eyes!
Ah! Let go! Let go!
I'm sorry. Error.
Separated from Roxy, Cassie goes around for Bonnie Ball and Phaser Blast. When she jumps into the vent to Phaser Blast, her air mask plays a trick showing her a long fall. In this moment, Mask makes Cassie hear how Roxy sang at her birthday.
Happy Fazbear birthday, pizza, cakes and cakes. Open all your presents until your tummy aches. You are when you're older, on your special day. When this song is over, you'll be on your way.
Escaping Headless Freddy, she is finally at the Roxy Raceway garages, very close to the sinkhole. But this is where the Mimic plays his final gambit.
Gregory, I shut down all the security nodes. I'm in the Roxy party garage. Am I close?
Almost. There's still one node left that's keeping the underground sealed.
Where?
Roxy's the final node. You need to deactivate her.
But...
Deactivate her and save me. Save me, Cassie, please. It's so dark down here.
It's hard to tell if the Mimic lies or not. Roxy might be indeed a security node, or maybe it's the mask that Jeremy gave her. But right now, it doesn't matter. Roxy stumbled into some containers, and now she is stuck under a fallen forklift. Cassie approaches her to do what she thinks she must. After all this time, they can finally share a moment together.
Roxy.
Cassie. Cassie. Welcome back, Cassie.
You remember me?
Your special day. I remember. Your special day. Do you still like carrot cake? It has been some time since I saw you last. If I remember correctly, it is on the 11th. I remember because you are number 1. Twice. Have you booked your party? I'm sure your friends will show up this time. Cassie? What are you doing?
So sorry.
I love carrot cake. Happy birthday, Cassie.
Roxy. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Thinking that she just killed her friend, Cassie continues her way to the sinkhole in tears. But little did she knew that Roxy wasn't killed, but rebooted. And as she stands up, she follows Cassie, in an attempt to stop her from making a terrible mistake. She is too late for that, so there's only one thing that can be done. Buy for Cassie as much time as possible, since this is a fight they can't win.
I'm Gregory. Cassie! Get out of here! Run!
Cassie, can you hear me?
While Cassie talks to Gregory, Roxy can be heard fighting for her life. Her voice starts to glitch, and it is unknown if it's her own voice due to damage, or just the mimic tries to copy and mock her.
Give up! Give up. You can't. Awesome.
This is the last time we saw Roxy in this story. But as elevator falls and Cassie loses consciousness, after the credits she can be heard one more time. Or maybe it's a final cruel joke from the mimic.
Cassie.
This was the tale of Roxanne Wolf. For most of us, she was at first a rude and selfish monster. But this story was a story of suffering and redemption. And now we are left in the dark to her fate. Perhaps she was just temporarily shut down. Perhaps it was her voice in the end. Perhaps her story is not over yet.
I remember because you are number one. Twice.